Well, hey everybody, and welcome back to Kiki's Kitchen. It's Sunday afternoon and I'm doing some Valentine treats for you still. I'm actually going to be done with this because it's almost Super Bowl time. Well, it's not really, it's like 4:30, but at any rate, it's time for me to get settled in for Super Bowl. But I'm going to do one more thing for you, and that is I'm going to show you how to dip strawberries. You know, every time you go someplace and they have chocolate dipped strawberries, everybody's ooh, ah, you know, like because they're delicious, they're great, but they should not be intimidating for you to do at home at all. They are so simple and so good, as long as you know a few key things. Number one, I use this Almond Bark. I got it at Aldi's, and you can get chocolate, white chocolate, and it says Almond Bark. It's not almond flavor, it's just what it's called. And so it comes in little squares. And so I took it out and used my sharp knife, and I chopped up about 6 of these chocolate squares. I'm going to put this in the microwave, and I'm going to do it for 45 seconds. Then I'm going to take it out. I'm going to stir it. I'll put it in for about every 30 seconds and pull it out and stir it to see where we are. I don't want to put it in for 3 minutes initially because you'll burn the chocolate. So you want to start slow and then go in like 30-second increments. Just depends on how, you know, the strength of your microwave too, but I'm going to start at 45. So I will put this in at 45 seconds and I'll be right back. Okay, this is what 15 seconds got me, just a little bit melty at the bottom. But that's okay. You truly do have to start that slow. I'm going to go back for 30 seconds. Actually, while that is, there's something else I want to share with you. So here are your strawberries. Now my strawberries, you know, it is February, right? So some of them have the whites, but you want to, but that's okay. The good part is down here. So I wash them, I drain them, and then I dried them with paper towel. Water is kind of the enemy of chocolate. So you want them, so I truly, and I did it about an hour ago, to tell you the honest truth. So let's check that. Because I want to make sure that they're good and dry. And I like leaving the stem on because I think it looks pretty. So, and now see how much more melty that is. And as you kind of start getting in there with your spoon, you'll see that it's really starting to come together. So let's go another 30. I'm coming. So, so we're going to dip these, and I'm telling you, this is one of those things that truly makes you look like a rock star, because everybody thinks it's a really big, complicated deal. They are so good, but I use them for so many different things. Yes, I do put them out on a platter, but I also put them on top of my cakes. I put them on top of cupcakes, and it really gives a big ooh. I'm going to dip them in the dark chocolate, and then I've got some white chocolate, and I'm going to drizzle the white chocolate over the top. Let's see where we are. I also have sprinkles that I can embellish them with. That looks pretty good. You see that? So, and I mean, that is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So let's dip a few. So I hold on by the stem, and I tilt this up here and get it up as far around the stem as I can, and let it drip a second right onto some parchment paper. And that, my friends, is as hard as that gets. Boy, someone's gonna go crazy for this big giant one because it's huge. Now, here's another really big one. I will also tell you that if you are going to put any sprinkles on it, which I will, that you got to do it. Let's put some pink since it is Valentine's Day. You got to do it quick because they will not adhere. They will not adhere otherwise. So we'll do a few of these. Because as soon as this stuff dries, it's done. But that's perfect because I'm also going to drizzle it with some white chocolate. So let's go back. You know, I haven't done a live in a really long time, and I never cook when I do a live because but I could have done this. When you pick this up, all that stuff will come right with it because we're going to put it in the fridge and let them set up. Tomorrow, I'm going to dip some pretzels. And I'll tell you, so you know, when you're doing your little treat box or whatever for Valentine's Day, you know, put some dipped strawberries, put one dipped strawberry per person in there, put a couple of pretzels in there. You know, I'm going to do, you saw me do the little heart-shaped cakes last week, right? And, you know, you can make the cutest little Valentine boxes or platters. And a little kindness goes a long, long way, especially if you know of someone who could really use a little Valentine sweetness, right? Everybody knows that person. Now I've got my pretzels out here, and the reason I do is because if I had more chocolate than I needed, which I do, because you can, if this starts to get hard or get thick, you can put it right back in the microwave for like 10 seconds. Go slow so you don't burn it, because chocolate will burn in the microwave. You can do it in a double boiler. People do it in a double boiler all the time. To me, that's just more work than I want to do. I have a thing about double boilers. Ask my niece. She'll tell you. Okay, so that's the last of my strawberries. Now, how I'm going to store these is I'm going to put them in the fridge uncovered right now. And then once they get nice and set up, which see they're already setting up pretty easily. Once they get set up, then I'll put them in an airtight container and they'll be fine. So when I do this, usually I put this in a taller glass so that I can get further down the pretzel rod, if you will. And I also am usually better prepared. Well, we'll do a whole lot of these tomorrow, and we'll give you some good ideas on what to dunk those with. For now, I'm just not wasting my chocolate. For now, but I put these in a tall drink glass so that I can get further down on the pretzel with the chocolate. That's the point of that. Ooh, just made a mess. Almost. You know, it's chocolate. You can't waste chocolate. That's just not right. All right, let's move you. See, they set up pretty quick. That's not quite ready yet. But that guy is. See how quickly they set up? That was a little, so you can move. I'm just kind of trying to create a little bit more room. Oops, he wasn't quite ready yet. And I probably ripped his nose off. Sorry, talking to me, not you. Okay, so I got one more I think I can get out of here. That would be one my husband will be happy to oblige and eat for me. Oh, I'm getting more out of here than I thought I would. All right, we're gonna be done. So now I've got my white chocolate. I'm going to do the same thing I just did with my dark chocolate. I'm going to put it in. This is a smaller container. I'm going to put it in for 30 seconds and go 30-second intervals. I'll see you in a minute when I'll wait till it's melted. Whoops. Let me try it again. Do you know what I forgot I had? Look at this. It's Girl Scout Thin Mint Seasoning Blend. And it tastes like Girl Scout Thin Mint cookies. So I think those need to go on some of these pretzels for sure. That has to be good. Just has to be good. Anything that's Girl Scout Thin Mint has got to be good. Let's check that white chocolate. Looks pretty good. Let's get it. No, not quite yet. Hang on 1 second. I think I got one more bout of 30-second intervals. So when I do my pretzels, I usually have a few things laid out. Like I'll take peanuts, honey roasted peanuts, and chop them up really fine and sprinkle those over the top. It's hard to actually roll them because it's heavy and there's just that one little delicate moment when they all won't just blob off. So it's easier to kind of sprinkle them. Wow. Ow, that's hot. All right, that looks good, except for it's hot. Okay, so I'm gonna take this one, put it in halfway. Now here's the other thing, the risk that you run, and I forgot truly before I just really did that. First, let's drizzle a few. The reason I say that is because once you dip one of these chocolate ones in here, and when you introduce this dark chocolate to the white chocolate, it can be all over. So let's do a little drizzle here on a few of them, and on our pretzels. I find that white chocolate is sweeter, I think anyway. There we go. Now let's dip some of this halfway. The double dip. Uh-oh. And see, can you see that? The chocolate. You can tell when I'm concentrating, can't you? All right. So there is that. Never when I want it. And we'll put a little of these sprinkles on here. Yeah, this guy didn't get anything. And there you go. So, that's all there is to it. And as you can see, they set up very quickly. I want one. I want to show you one. So good. Makes you look like a rock star. Not even kidding you. So there you have it. Dipped chocolate. Strawberries dipped in chocolate. Happy Valentine's Day. Good night.